Hi, Northwest Star students. I miss seeing your faces every day. I hope you're enjoying all this extended time with your family and that you're getting out to get some fresh air. So I'm here with you today because I wanted to have a Star student lesson. And I was thinking that if we were to start our Star student lesson, we would be sitting in a circle and having our community meeting. And probably what I would ask you is, what zone do you think that you're in today? And I would start by saying, I feel a little bit like I'm in the blue zone today because I just miss everybody so much. So take a minute and think about what zone you might be in right now. Then I'd like to share a short video with you that is about self-regulation and dealing with anger. And I hope that, that it will help us to recognize that everybody has can have some anger sometimes, and we all deal with it differently. And then I have an idea to share with you that I hope will help you to continue to practice your self-regulation and dealing with your feelings. Let's see about that video.
I get really mad when my brother hits me a lot. I don't like it when you say you don't want to play with me. When I'm mad, my brain can get a headache and it can start hurting. Your blood keeps pumping because you're like really mad. And you start to get sweaty because you're getting really, really mad. And then when you start getting really mad, you turn red. When your body can't really control yourself, mad just takes over your body. I just get out of control. It's kind of like if you had a jar and then the jar would be your brain and then you put glitter in the jar and that would be how you would feel. If you shook up the jar and the glitter went everywhere, that would be how your mind looks. And it's like spinning around and then you don't have any time to think. And you sometimes punch stuff and people when you don't really mean it. When I get angry, I feel it in my heart. I really don't like when I get angry. The amygdala really reacts, but the prefrontal cortex tries to keep it down. When I feel like I want to, get really angry and yell, I just sometimes, take deep breaths. First you find a place where you can be alone, then you find some way to relax and calm down. When I need to calm down, I take deep breaths. I breathe in through my nose. Sometimes I close my eyes or just take deep breaths. It's calming down, it's not moving. It's slowing down and then it stops. And the heart pumps slow and then it goes into your brain. It's like all the sparkles are at the bottom of your brain. My brain slows down and then I feel more calm and then I'm ready to speak to that person.
What did you think of that video? Do you think the kids understood their own anger? Did they have strategies for staying in control when they were angry? Did anyone think of Mrs. Gurney's sensory bottle when they saw the glitter swirling around? So I also wanted to share with you and talk with you about our senses, in particular our sensory needs, in a way that helps us to understand and have our own self-regulation. I'm going to show you some tools that I have to help me meet my sensory needs. And our sensory needs are what our body needs from our senses to help stay in control. We sense these things with our mouth, our nose, our fingers and skin, our eyes, and our ears. Our senses stimulate our body through the things we taste, smell, touch, see, and hear. Usually, people don't have a problem meeting their sensory needs by simply going through their daily routine, getting a drink of water, getting a hug from someone that they care about, taking a walk, smelling a flower, or hearing a favorite song offer us comfort, even though we don't always recognize these as sensory tools. Some people have a more difficult time meeting their sensory needs, and they need sensory reminders so they can stay in control of their bodies. So in the classroom, and maybe even in your homes, you might have a cool down corner. And you use that to meet your sensory needs sometimes to help you keep yourself in control and keep you from, getting in trouble. So I recently did a STAR video. I'm not sure if you watched it, but it was about cool down corners and maybe making one at home. But not everyone is able to make a cool down corner at home for various reasons. So today I thought I would share how to make a sensory toolbox that it's similar to a cool down corner, and it has the tools that help us with self-control, and but we can keep it in a smaller box kind of thing. So I want to share with you my my sensory toolbox. This is Mrs. Gurney's sensory box. And I have some things inside my box that help with my senses and help me stay in control. So the first thing I have to share with you is a picture of the beach. If I pulled this out of my sensory box and would make me think of the beach, and that would help me calm down because I love the beach. But you could also include maybe a picture that you have from home of your family or brother or sister or aunt, uncle, or a grandparent. You can have a picture maybe that you've colored yourself or that someone else has colored for you. You can keep crayons and a coloring page in your box, those kinds of things. The next thing that I'm going to share with you is a cloth that I have sprayed with some perfume, and it has one of my favorite smells. It's also a smell of the beach. Makes me think of tropical islands. I keep gum in my sensory box. And I know a lot of people at school, I've seen lots of kids chewing gum at school and things like that, but it's also something you need to talk with your parents about and make sure they're okay with you having gum in your house, because sometimes people just don't want gum in their house because it gets in the carpet and in your hair, Another thing I keep in my box, it's very, very soft cloth. I know you can't feel it through the video, but I can feel it, and I promise it's very, very soft. It makes me feel comfortable. And then the last thing that I have in my box is a shell. And the shell is one of those things that if you put it up to your ear, not in your ear, don't do that, but up to your ear, it sounds like the waves in the ocean are inside the shell. And that also makes me think of the beach. So if you can't tell, the beach is my calm place. You might have a different, maybe the park is your calm place, or maybe the forest is your calm place, or maybe lying in your bed is your calm place. It might even be looking up at the stars. So you can add things to your sensory box that help you think of things that make you feel calm. So when we recognize our senses and what our sensory needs are, we are more able to control our bodies when we're feeling in the blue zone or the red zone or the yellow zone. These things can, understanding our senses can help us deal with our feelings in those ways. So, but remember, if you're going to create your own sensory box, you have to talk to your parents. It has to be something you do with them and with their permission, so that you're adding things to your box that they're okay with. Remember, like I said, like the gum, maybe your parents aren't going to be okay with you putting gum in your box. So you have to know, or your parents have to know what you're putting in your box so they're okay with it. Well, I can't wait until we get to have a STAR lesson in your classroom. I can't wait to see all of your faces in person. But until then, I've loved seeing all of your work that you've posted on the Facebook page and on your Teacher Seesaw accounts. So keep doing your work, and we will be together again soon.